Hi, I'm Miss Powell. I'm the English teacher at this campus, and I just wanted to share a message with you on subject-verb agreement. This lesson that I've devised is to help us with something that seems to be so basic, but there are students that are having problems with subject-verb agreement. Just don't know whether a subject is plural, whether it's singular, what verb goes with what subject. So I devised this lesson to help us with that problem. Let me go ahead and share this lesson with you. Yes, subject-verb agreement. How do we know what verb to use with what subject? To make a noun plural, we know we add as for those regular nouns. Girl becomes girls. But to make a verb plural, we take away the as. He talks, singular verb. Make it plural, they talk. Okay, so we look at the endings. I usually takes a plural verb. I walk, we walk. You does the same. You walk. Plural form, you walk. Third person, yeah, if that third person is singular, then that verb is singular. He walks, she walks. Plural, they walk. Joe walks, singular. Joe and Maria walk. Anytime I combine two subjects with and, the subject is always plural, so the verb will be plural. The girl walks, the girls walk. Okay, generally, if the subject doesn't end in S, the verb is going to. If the subject does end in S, the verb won't. The girl dances. Okay, singular subject. It's going to take a singular verb. No S on the subject. So I have an S on the verb. Okay, girls dance. Okay, S on the subject, plural. So I don't have an S on the verb. The verb is plural. Okay, yeah, I've got the girls dancing. Prepositional phrases, any type of phrase that comes in between the subject and the verb has nothing to do with subject-verb agreement. An example, the student in my class studies hard. Okay, students is the subject. In my class is just a phrase, so students study. Yeah. Okay, if I combine two subjects, as I said before, with and, the subject is always going to be plural. John and Renee walk down the street. If I combine two subjects with or, I look at the subject closest to the verb. For example, the professor or the students walk the halls. Okay, students is closest to the verb. Students walk. The students or the professor walks the halls. Professor is singular. Professor walks. Okay, I want you to go ahead. Let's take out a sheet of paper and let's see if we can determine subject-verb agreement. Look at the verb in the sentence and write it down on your paper, the one that you think would agree with the subject. Naomi or Samantha deliver the newspaper at about 6 o'clock. Samantha is the subject closest to the verb. It's singular. Singular verb takes a S usually to make it singular. Samantha delivers the newspaper. Naomi or Samantha delivers the newspaper. Okay, in this sentence, the subject follows the verb. So I have to determine my subject and from there determine which verb I'd use. You is my subject. You are, you is, you am. Okay, you are ready. So are you ready for lunch? Hey, once again, the subject follows the verb. You don't, you doesn't know the answer. Okay, you, going to take a plural verb. You don't know the answer. Don't you know the answer? Okay, yeah, in this case, I want you to determine whether the sentence is written as it should be, whether or not the subject agrees with the verb. If it does, write C for correct. If it doesn't, write I for incorrect. They goes to the gym after class to work out. Okay, they is plural. Plural subject takes a plural verb. So I take the S off. They go to the gym. So this is incorrect. I write I. Harry and his friends wants to see the new movie coming out this weekend. I'm combining two subjects with and. It's going to be plural. Harry and his friends want to see the movie. The cat who is meowing at my door wants in. Okay, who is meowing at my door is a prepositional and a phrase and a relative clause. Has nothing to do with subject verb agreement. Cat is my subject. The cat wants in. So the cat who is mewing at my door wants in. I'd write C. That is correct. Neither the cat nor the dogs likes the new food. Combining two subjects with nor, I'd look at the subject closest to the verb. Dogs, dogs like. Neither the cats nor the dogs like the new food. Incorrect, I'd write I. The mayor, as well as his brothers, are going to jail. As well as his brothers is a prepositional phrase. It has nothing to do with subject verb agreement. The mayor is going to jail. Okay, this sentence is incorrect. The mayor, as well as his brothers, is going to jail. Nobody wants to dance. Nobody is always singular. This is correct. Nobody wants to dance. The paper or the ruler are in the desk. Ruler is the subject closest to the verb. It's singular. The ruler is in the desk. So I would write I, incorrect. The paper or the ruler is in the desk. Okay, so in conclusion, subjects and verbs must agree in number. Okay, singular subject's going to take a singular verb. He walks. Okay, no S on the subject. I put an S on the verb. Joe walks. Okay, plural subject takes a plural verb. They walk. I make that verb plural by taking the S off. We must be able to determine the subject of the sentence, even though a phrase may come between the subject and the verb. The mayor, as well as his brothers, is going to jail. The mayor is going to jail. Sometimes subjects are connected with and or. If that subject is connected with and, it's always plural. John and Renee are going to the movie. They are going to the movie. If I combine it with or, I look at the subject closest to the verb. John or Renee is going to the movie. It is part of every aspect of our lives, as we see with Mr. Morton. Subject-verb agreement plays a part in everything we do. Let's see. Mr. Morton has a little romance going on in his life. Let's see what's going on there. And know that the subject must agree with the verb.
This is the tale of Mr. Morton. Mr. Morton is who? He is the subject of our tale, and the predicate tells what Mr. Morton must do. Mr. Morton walked down the street. Mr. Morton walked. Mr. Morton talked to his cat. Mr. Morton talked. Hello, cat. You look good. Mr. Morton was lonely. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. Mr. Morton knew just one girl. Mr. Morton knew. Mr. Morton grew flowers for Pearl. Mr. Morton grew. Mr. Morton was very shy. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. The subject is a noun. That's a person, place, a thing. It's who or what the sentence is about. And the predicate is the verb. That's the action word that gets this subject up and out. Mr. Morton wrote Pearl a poem. Mr. Morton wrote. Pearl replied in the afternoon. Pearl replied by a note. Mr. Morton was very nervous. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. The cat stretched, the sun beat down. A neighbor chased his kid. Come here, kid, come on. Each sentence is completed when you know what the subject did. Mr. Morton knocked on her door. Mr. Morton knocked. Mr. Morton sat on her porch. Yes, he just sat there and rocked. Mr. Morton was a nervous man. When she opened up the door, he ran. Mr. Morton climbed up his stairs. Mr. Morton climbed. Mr. Morton rhymed pretty words. Mr. Morton rhymed. Mr. Morton was lonely. Mr. Morton was until Pearl showed up with a single rose. Who says women can't propose? Now Mr. Morton is happy, and Pearl and the cat are too. They're the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says, they do.
Okay, so what the predicate says, they do. Yeah, subject-verb agreement. Subjects agree with the verb. And as we saw in our little Mr. Morton, the verb lets us also, it lets us know the tense of the sentence. Past tense, want. Whether or not the verb is singular. They walk, they want. Okay. Yeah, subject-verb agreement. Must agree in tense, must agree in number, plural, singular. Yeah, I hope we saw something that we can use today. Thank you for letting me take your time and sharing this lesson with you. Have a good, safe day.